Welcome back to Jersey Matters. It seems like every summer, despite all the reminders, despite knowing better, a child dies in a hot car in a parking lot because their parents left them there for just a couple of minutes as they ran into the store. So now another reminder. Our Kimberly Kravitz shows you how hot a car can get in just a couple minutes.
You've heard the headlines. Leaving your child or pet in a hot car could be deadly. On average, there are 37 deaths per year. Every 10 to 20 minutes, your car's temperature may rise about 20 degrees on a hot summer day like today, so we decided to check it out for ourselves.
That 20-minute drive, she fell asleep within the first few minutes. You know, it's the moment that, you know, has changed my life and our families forever. It's when I found Peyton in the back seat still.
Baby Peyton was left asleep in a hot car and died while her father Reggie stopped at his office. But we continue to see parents put their child at risk each and every day.
Don't think it can't happen to you, you know. I didn't think it could happen to me, and it did.
Senator Vin Gopal of Monmouth County hopes to see new legislation that can help prevent future tragedies like baby Peyton.
It's a form of a Good Samaritan law. It's something that other states have done. It's actually come from constituents, and I know in a variety of legislative offices, where if there is a dog, someone's dog, and they're dehydrated and they're suffering, that you can break into the car and get them help and not face any criminal prosecution.
We spoke to a New Jersey resident who saved a life right here in this very parking lot.
I had come out and I noticed that the car that I was parked next to right when I got there was still there. I go to get in my car and I hear a screaming child. I don't know how old, but I look in the back seat of this car next to me and there is a baby, had to be at least a year old, maybe even younger, screaming at the top of his lungs, sweating. So me being a child lover, I go up to the window trying to calm the baby down.
Carly would not be protected if she had broken into the vehicle, so instead she left it to law enforcement to rescue the child.
Called the local police department. They responded within 3 minutes. I know he did say that that is child endangerment and he was going to take action.
It should not be the case that, you know, a thought of maybe I'm damaging someone's car and that's going to prevent you from breaking into their car and saving the child, because it is definitely the case that that's what, you know, a child or a pet, that life is definitely more important than the car's windows.
For busy parents with an overworked mind, it may seem easier to leave your children and pets in the car, but there are ways of avoiding this altogether.
Things like maybe leaving their purse in the back seat would help them remember that their child's in the car, or travel with someone, an older sibling, so they could stay in the car with the baby. Nowadays, there's grocery stores that offer curbside pickup. You pull right up to the grocery store, they come out and drop your groceries off for you. Banks have drive-thrus, food has drive-thrus. There's so many options.
On a day like today, we wanted to get a sense of how hot this car can get. We left this thermometer in our news van, and after about an hour, it reached to 128 degrees.
It's at 104 degrees that a child's organs start shutting down. So that means if it's even 80 degrees outside, which is easy on a day like, you know, we've been having recently, we're talking about after 20 minutes, the car could already be hot enough to kill a child.
And don't let the temperature outside fool you.
So it doesn't even have to be all that hot outside. There was one of these cases where it was in the 60s outside and a child was left in the car for a few hours and they died.
If people were thinking about the consequences, they would probably never put their child at risk.
I mean, I'll hurt myself before I hurt a child. But I mean, how can you be in such an all-fired hurry to leave your precious child?
Hopefully it doesn't happen, but if it is happening and someone is forgetful, you can break into the car and get them help and not face any criminal prosecution.
Currently, there are 19 states that have Good Samaritan laws that will protect the person that breaks into a car to save a life. There are 6 states pending, and New Jersey may be the next if Senator Gopal's proposal passes. In Monmouth County, I'm Kimberly Kravitz. Stay tuned for our community calendar for events in New Jersey.